Hi there everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Chris Gaisford and it's 2020. Would you pay for email? Well, Hey.com thinks you will. Hey.com is a brand new email provider, service, appliance. I'm not quite sure what they're classifying it as, but Hey.com is a brand new email service that promises to be the new and the greatest, the best way you've ever experienced email. They say email is still relevant in 2020, and I agree with that. I mean, if you work at a business or you run a business or you're communicating with people that might not have some services like texting or anything like that, email is still very important in 2020. But would you pay $100 for it? So that $100 price mark is per year. So it is a yearly fee. There's no monthly billing at this time. But would you pay $100 for Hey.com? So at this time, you cannot join Hey.com unless you have a promo code. So if you were interested in the product or the idea of the service beforehand, you could have got on a list, which I did because, I mean, who hates emails? Everybody. So I thought it would be something I wanted to check out and play with a little bit. And so in this video, I'm going to highlight some of the top features that Hey.com provides and some of the reasons why that $100 price point might not be too crazy. I mean, Hey.com promises to do things differently. They have a lot of features that they wish email had, and a lot of them seem like really good ideas. It's only been available to the public for about a day now, so I don't have like 1,000 emails or anything inside of my Hey.com email address that I can test out all the features with, but I definitely wanted to go through and highlight a few of the top features right off the bat to see if it's something that's going to be useful to you or not. So let's go ahead, let's jump over to the desktop and we can dive in and take a look at it. All right, everybody, so we're now over onto Hey.com's website. We're under the features page. This is where they list the top 20 features that they provide that are going to be better than your normal email experience. So I'm going to link this page down below if you want to check it out and kind of read through it. But that's not the main purpose of what I'm trying to show you. I'm just going to show you a quick tour of my Hey.com email, and I want to kind of show you what it looks like. So this is right out of the box kind of what your inbox, they call it inbox because this is important emails. They thought it was clever because it wasn't just an inbox, so it's not a spelling mistake on their part. They did that intentionally. But right off the bat, you could tell it looks like I have no new emails here. They give you a very empty inbox type of feeling because right at the top, it doesn't show anything right here. Down below, you can see your previously seen emails, but something that you're going to notice that's different with Hey.com is right off the bat, I have a screen first time sender option here. So what this is I've never received, at least to my Hey.com email address, an email from Linux Academy. And this is something that I could say, yes, I want to receive, no, I don't want to receive. Looks like this is just a new spending email, so I could say no. And if I press no here, what it does is it sends it to the screened out section, so you don't actually lose those emails. They just don't show up in your inbox. So you have that option there, or you could view the email. Like if you didn't know what it was, you just click on it and view it. So let's go ahead, let's say yes. Let's go ahead and get emails from Linux Academy. And then right off the bat, it's going to throw that right into my inbox here, and you're going to see it and you can click on it, read it like you normally would. And something you're going to notice right up here at the top, it says you're protected. We blocked a spy tracker in this thread. And if you go back to my inbox here, any of these emails that have a little binocular symbol in the top corner is going to be something that has a tracker that they blocked for you. So there's going to be like that privacy aspect. You don't want whoever's sending you emails to necessarily track whether you've read the emails, if you observed them, how long you were on them, and there's a ton of reasons why you wouldn't want a tracker in your email thread. So you have that option. Let's begin the savings, 80% off. That's not necessarily what I want this to be titled. That's not something useful to me. It doesn't really tell me what this email is. It doesn't say Linux Academy anywhere up here. So we could actually click on the name of the email here and we could actually just change it for our reference. So we could say could just name it Linux Academy Sales Pitch, and just like that, now inside of my inbox, the Linux Academy Sales Pitch, that's what it's named as. So it allows you to go ahead and name emails based off what you think they should have been named if the subject line wasn't useful to you beforehand. So that way it helps you find these emails and remember these emails in the future if you ever want to find them or reference back to them again. Just by clicking Linux Academy here, you can see all the emails they've sent me. So that's pretty nice and nifty. Let's just go back to that email though. We do have a few options here. We have the reply now, the reply later, and the set aside, and some more options. And you can also see that these have a keyboard command reference to them. So if you are a big fan of the keyboard like I am, you could just say L for reply later. And as you can see, it's been moved to my reply later. So what's reply later? So a lot of people, when they don't necessarily want to respond to an email right now, or they don't want to forget about something, they just leave it as unread. So hey.com feels like that is a bad way to organize your emails. So they've introduced this reply later feature. So that way, you know, hey, it's not an email I necessarily want to reply to right now, but I don't want to forget about it. So if you mark the email with reply later, it kind of sets it aside for you. We also have some options here. If we click more, we get to create a public link for this, which is actually really interesting. So let's say you have an email thread that you want to publish. So let's say you're doing an interview with somebody over email and you want to have that exact email conversation be in whatever you're sharing. You can get a public link to that email thread. It's not necessarily a feature I've tried out yet, but the idea is it allows you to share your emails publicly with a unique URL. And it doesn't allow them to see any other emails you've received, just that one. So that's pretty interesting. You could forward it. You could attach a label to it if you wanted to organize these. You can add a note to yourself. So this is just a private little note saying, and you can just put whatever you want here. But now in the future, you can see that you put a note on here, and looks just like that. So you can see the original email. Now you can also see any notes that you've attached to an email. So this is useful if you go through a lot of emails. Let's say like there's some tasks inside the email that you want to get back to later on. You can go ahead and mark your progress inside of a note. But you know, maybe this is a newsletter or something that you just want to be able to read in like a feed. So you have the option to move it to something they do call the feed. And once you've done that, you could actually come up to here, go to the feed, and you'll have a feed of emails. And you see this one just has my note in it. So apparently that's a feature it does. But we could see here that I have some Death Wish Coffee emails that I have placed into my feed. I have a DigitalOcean Tech Talks. So those are all very useful features. They also have a place called the Paper Trail. And as you can see here, all files will allow you to access all files. Reply later is going to give you a list of those emails that you said you wanted to reply to later. But if you go to the Paper Trail, this is a place where you could store receipts. It's basically just like an inbox folder that you can store receipts here, so that way you kind of have them all in one place. They call it the Paper Trail. I mean, I don't think it's anything special. I haven't received any receipts since I've used hey.com, so I don't really want to go over that too much. But basically, as you can see, it is email with a nice GUI. That's basically all it is. You could probably get similar results to what Inbox is doing through filters and a lot of rules in your personal inbox. So that's something for you to decide, but it's all about the experience is what they're selling. They want to make email a nice experience for you, and so I think they've done a really nice job with the product that they've laid out here. They've had some problems releasing an iOS app. I didn't see one for Android when I looked, but their web app works just fine on mobile. So that's just something to keep in mind if you are planning to try this out or maybe even switch over to it. So that's basically hey.com in a nutshell. There's a lot of really cool features. Most of it comes down to how they've laid out their UI. A lot of the same things they do in Hey.com seems like they could just be built using filters or rules inside of your own emails. If you're looking for a paid email solution, maybe something that offers a little bit more privacy, I would probably recommend Proton Mail over something like Hey.com. It's a little bit cheaper for the cheaper packages, Proton Mail. To me, Hey.com really seems like it would be super useful if I could use it with my work email. Personally, that just doesn't work out because my work has some compliance and rules in place that would prevent me from forwarding all my emails to something like Hey.com. And for my personal email, it just doesn't quite make sense to make that leap for me. But let me know what your thoughts are down below. Maybe Hey.com was the solution you're looking for. Maybe you do everything through your personal email, like your own business or something like that, and Hey.com seems really great, which it does seem like it would be great, but for somebody like me, it just doesn't quite meet my needs for the price point that it's at. So that's about all for this video. If you enjoyed it, please let me know. Thanks so much.